Hello you guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, you're watching BookedonCharity, and in today's video I'll be sharing with you my June TBR. I took a pause there because it's taken me a couple of days to even try to figure out what it is that I want to read. I am generally a mood reader, but lately I've been really been a mood reader, so I had to go look go look at my books and look at the books that are calling to me. And I have a stack. I have a stack here next to me, and I'm also going to be using my TBR jar because my stack has 2, 4, 7 books, in which one of them I'm already in the middle of, and I should be able to finish today. So the idea was to pick 6 physical books and then choose 4 from the jar and make it random. So in this jar, all the white is actual book names, and then all the colored ones are prompts, reading prompts. So I think maybe I'll pick 2 from the white ones and then 2 from the colored ones and try to see what else could come up out of there. I'm a little I don't even know why am I nervous. I don't know why I'm nervous, but the idea is that whatever I pick from here should go into my read it or unhaul it. This is why this jar exists. It's for read it or unhaul it, and I haven't okay. But yeah, let's start with the books that I am in the mood for, and no surprise, but all of them are fantasy / sci-fi. Okay, starting with the book that I'm actually in the middle of, we've got Lightbringer by Pierce Brown. This is book 6 in the Red Rising series. I am devouring this one. I am devouring it. I think I'm on chapter 75. I keep listening to it. No, I'm past that. Just let me see. Okay, so I'm on chapter 78, which is on page 588. So this is what's left. Okay, I will finish this today because I can't stop listening to it. It is so good. It's so good. And I was just giving an update yesterday on my reading vlog that I'm a little worried that I'm gonna be in a slump or have a book hangover after finishing this book, because we don't have the next book in the series. I don't know. Well, at this point, the next book has to come because the war is still warring. Okay, we are still within it, and guys, it has to come. So I feel like it's gonna leave me in a book hangover, and I need something good to follow it. Okay, which is kind of like the reason I picked the books that I picked. You'll see there's a lot of fantasy. There's a lot of fantasy that's filled with a lot of action, a lot of politics, because I need something that's similar or close to this if I'm going to survive having a reading slump, which I don't want. So yes, Lightbringer is the first book on my June TBR, but I'm actually almost done with this one. So it's technically not counting. All right. And then for the actual books that I want to open up, I've got The Well of Ascension by Brandon Sanderson. This book has been on my TBR for the last 2 months because I want to read it. Okay, I want to read it. I want to finish the series. I am literally on a journey right now to either complete my series or be up to date with them, and I think I've been really good. And with Red Rising was one of those, and after finishing Lightbringer, I'll be on par with that. You will see with some of the, one other book on my TBR that I am continuing with series, and this is another book. I should probably do a playlist of trying to continue the series. But anyway, I've got Well of Ascension by Brandon Sanderson. This is book 2 in the Mistborn trilogy. This is the first trilogy. I'm not yet sure if I want to read the second era or not, but my aim or my plan is to finish the first trilogy and get to the Stormlight Archives. Okay, this is all to get to the Stormlight Archives. I really enjoyed book 1. I think I gave it like 4.5 stars, and I want to get into book 2. But I did remember that when I started the audiobook, I felt like I needed to read with my eyes as well, so I had to put it down and pick something else that I could potentially just listen to audio more often than reading with my eyes. So that has been a mission. So this is why this has been kind of like on my TBR for a while. I explained that a lot, I don't know why. A book that I recently purchased, and you know, I just spoke about finishing series now, but here I am starting a new one. But it's okay, because I've heard really amazing things about the series, and I really want to get into it. And I think that it's going to give me the thing that I really want, that Red Rising is giving me, because I've heard kind of like the same around this. And this is Jade City by Fonda Lee. So in the front it says, family is duty, magic is power, and honor is everything. Can Do, even Blurber says that it is stylish and action-packed. See, this is what I need, you guys. That's what I need. It also has been shortlisted for the Locus and Nebula Awards in 2018. So yeah, I don't even want to read what the back says, just what Ken Liu said about it. But he said it is an epic drama reminiscent of the best classic Hong Kong gangster films, but taking place in a fantasy metropolis so gritty and well imagined that you'll forget you're reading a book. Does this not sound good? It feels like I should open up Jade City when I'm done, okay? Okay, I'm excited, okay? Okay, all right. Jade City is what we have. In the hopes of continuing series, I am currently reading Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. It's the only Sarah J. Maas series that I had not read. And I recently finished book 4. 1, 2, 3. Book 3. And after the end of book 3, I was just like, I wish I had the 4th book, and I didn't. So I had to purchase it, and that is Queen of Shadows. I'm so excited to see what's happening here, because the events of Air of Fire and the introduction to witches and dragons, I was just like, we are getting to another level. And the way that Sarah J. Maas writes her book is kind of similar to the way that Pierce Brown is doing it. So in book 1, we started with the world being really small, and we had this bunch of characters. We follow those characters, we follow the politics, or it's usually like following a journey to freedom or to break down certain structures. That's like book 1, right? At the end of book 1, you realize there's more. The world is bigger. And then book 2 grows the world a little bit, and you get to introduce to more characters. You get to know those characters, their backgrounds, and the politics grow a little bit. Book 3 grows even more, and now you're traveling to other regions, other realms, and I'm like, the magic is growing, okay? The witches are witching, because I'm like, in book 1, there were no witches. In book 2, there was one witch, okay? One witch, because a lot of, like, there was a witch war where a lot of like witch clans were killed off and things like that. So the witches were scattered. In book 3, we saw the witches come together. And that was, I feel, my favorite part of, or one of my favorite parts of reading Air of Fire was the witches and the politics between them. And the main character that we're following, the witches, I was just like, and Sarah J. Maas also knows how to write really good, strong female characters. Whether they're likable or not, you are rooting for them, because our main character as well is like very strong, very confident, very sure of herself. She knows that she's good at what she does. Okay, she has no insecurities or things like that. Like, she has her traumas and things like that, but she is not insecure about her ability and what she can do. And I love that. And even with our main witch that we follow, she also has that. And I'm just like, and the dragons, guys, it's the dragons also that got me so excited. So they have wyverns, but I mean, they are a class of dragons, but I was so excited. I didn't think that we would have dragons, but if you look at the cover of book 3, there is a dragon. And the thing is, it's kind of hidden. So here as well, I will try to zoom in, but that is the dragon flying behind the mountains. So guys, get excited, man. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Okay. I'm talking a lot about these books. And then another book that I had on my radar last month, but I didn't get to it, and I still want to read it because I'm in this epic fantasy sci-fi reading mood, and I need all the good books. I need to be as excited about books as Red Rising is making me right now. Okay, I need to keep on this plane, and for that, I've got the Unbroken by C.L. Clarke. So you guys would see that I showed this book last month as well. So I'm really, really excited. I did try to start it, but I'm like, this is also another one where I need to read with my eyes. So I realized something, that when I start a new series, I really need to read the book with my eyes as well, because there's an introduction to like characters, the names also, because the names in here are not the easiest to pronounce or remember. So you're learning the characters, you're learning their names, you're learning the magic system, you're learning the layout, the lay of the land, you're learning the politics. So there's a lot of things, and it doesn't all stay in my head if I'm just consuming it on audio. And I do have the audio. I bought the audio book on Audible. I've been really using their 99-cent deal, guys. Like, use it. If you go onto audible.com and that thing is there for 99 cents, use it, because I've been paying like 18 Rand, 19 Rand per credit, and I did it for 3 months and then I canceled it. And because I've got 2 email addresses, guys, I use another one, and then I'm on the same deal of sort for the next 3 months. I've got it again, and at this point I've got 3 credits because I managed to actually return some of my credits. So I've got 3 credits that I haven't used yet because I'm waiting to see which books I'm gonna need for those credits. So I've got another 3 months of Audible. So yeah, this book I've got an audiobook for, and I'm so looking forward to it. It's also giving epic vibes. It is giving epic vibes, and it says every empire demands revolution. Okay, those are the kind of stories that I love. I love the most. Alex E. Harrow wrote a book that I'm trying to remember which one it is, but they say it is high adventure on a human scale. Don't miss it. And Evan Winter said it's a compelling and persuasive reimagining of both heroism and heroics. Oh, guys. David Dalglish said, I'm going to need book 2 ASAP. And I don't have book 2. So this is going to be a problem for future me. But yes, I would really love to read The Unbroken. And then the next book I have is also a book that recently landed on my radar. This one I don't even mind not having an audiobook for, because this author's writing is so good. It's so good. It's digestible, but it's not easy, but it's just beautiful at the same time. And it's just nice to read the words. And I experienced that when I read the novella 6 Scorched Roses, which then by now you will know which book I'm talking about. So I've got Slaying the Vampire Conqueror by Carissa Broadband, and this is a Crowns of Nyexia novel. This is a standalone, which is why I'm picking it. I did have A Song of Birds, The Songbird, and A Heart of Stone. which is still on my book card. I still had that last month, and that is the first book in a new duology, but I figured, you know what, let me read the standalone. Let me read the standalone, and then maybe in July I will pick up the first book in the new duology. I'm not sure when the next book is coming out, but I do have a feeling that it's coming out sometime this year, and I would really love to kind of like read them back to back. But for now, let me devour some vampires the way that Carissa writes them, because I love, oh my gosh, I've been enjoying Carissa Broadbent so much. She's one of those authors that I will like continue to recommend to people. I've read The Serpent and the Wings of Night and The Ashes and the Starkest King, as well as 6 Scorched Roses, and I've loved everything. I've given none of her books less than 4.5 stars, okay? They've been so good. So I can't wait. I really enjoy the way that she writes vampires. I enjoy that she writes her romance. It's not very like smutty, but it's a little bit angsty. It's slow burn, and I love that we work on getting to know the characters, their traits, before they even come together to become, you know, a couple. And I'm looking forward to seeing what she's gonna give us here. All right, next up, I have a book that's a sweet treat to myself, okay? A sweet treat to myself. And this also, like, I knew that I wanted to reread this series this year. It was just a matter of when I was gonna reread it. And this morning, on my way back from dropping off my daughter, and I'm listening to Lightbringer, and they say something in there that just made me think about the series, and like, I've been trying to figure out which book I'm gonna read next, and this might be it. Between Jade City and this, it might just be it. But I need to find the audiobooks for this as well, because I don't have my Everand subscription anymore, and I know the series is on Everand, so I need to make a plan, because I really, really love the narration, guys. If there was like one of my favorite narrators ever, it's the one that narrated The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang, which is a book that I am planning on rereading. I love this series, guys. I love this series. This is one of the like first fantasy series that I got into, and I've read and reread this series 3 times. I've read it 3 times. So this is gonna be my 4th time, because I read it the first time for myself. And then, oh, have I read it twice? I feel, okay, let's say twice, because I read it for myself, and somewhere in between reading it, my husband really got interested in like knowing the story. So me and him started listening to it together. And I remember I read it the 2nd time when I think Vuvu was reading it, because I was like, oh, you're making me like, I feel nostalgic about it, and I really miss it. So I read it because of FOMO, and now I knew in the beginning of the year that, oh, I miss the story, I miss Rin, I miss the magic, I miss the action, I miss the politics. Oh, like the parts of it that was really painful, especially in book 2, but this was such a good story. This is the series that made me fall in love with R.F. Kuang, and I guess in my anticipation of catabasis, okay, catabasis, I was just like, okay, let me just give myself a taste. And yes, I can read Babel because it's sitting there on my shelf, and I might just, but I'm like, this is what I feel that I'm craving, and I'm gonna work off the cravings right now. I need something that is good and that I know is good, which is why I love to reread. So yes, we've got The Poppy War. So yes, those are the 6/7 books that I picked for the month. And yeah, let's pick the rest of it in here. Let's start with the white ones. Okay, I already have 2 in my hand, so I hope this is not going to be upside down. I feel like it is. This is what I have as a first selection. I can't read it that far yet, but One for My Enemy by Olivia Blake. I had Masters of Death on my TBR last month, but okay, One for My Enemy is all good. So I'll pick that. That's probably gonna be a book that I keep, because remember I say that this is for read or unhaul it, but I mean, I don't see myself unhauling Olivia Blake. She's one of my favorites as well. I don't know what this is also. Oh, Jane Austen? Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. Okay, okay, interesting. Definitely not something that I probably would have picked out of my own accord, but I do have this book, so why not? So we've got Sense and Sensibility, and then I'm gonna pick two of the colored ones. I don't remember. A white book. A white book, okay. Okay, we'll pick a white book. Ooh, I just saw a white book that is like new to the TBR, okay. And a book by I don't even know what that says. A book by a female Black author. Okay, all right, let me pick my books and then come and show you. Okay, so I've got my books. Let's start with the ones that you know for sure. So there's One for My Enemy by Olivia Blake. I believe that this is a Romeo and Juliet retelling, and it says at the back, in New York City, two rival witch families fight for the upper hand. So yeah, Chloe Gong said that it is lethally smart. Olivia Blake is a mind-blowing talent. I agree. H.G. Perry said dark, ambitious, and engaging, and Teal Huchu said compelling, entertaining, and addictive. So I can't wait. I love Olivia Blake, guys. I love Olivia Blake. I've loved everything that I've read from her before, and oh, you see, I'm here looking for the illustrations because I know she's here to deliver. She always delivers on these, and this is why I can't get rid of her books. I love everything about her writing, her storytelling. Oh man. Yep. And I love that there's gonna be a romance element in here, so that's great because only Carissa is gonna give me romance. Oh, and Sarah J. Maas, but yay, there hasn't been much romance. Hey, in Throne of Glass, in what I've read, there was a bit of romance in book 1, there was a bit of romance in book 2, book 3, zero romance. And then now I'm like, I don't know, because it sounds like war is really coming to the forefront, so I don't know. And then I've got this very beautiful book, and this is Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen, and I just love these covers. I can't find the rest of Jane Austen's books in these covers, but I'm still searching. So this is what they look like. I got these from Reader's Warehouse, which I haven't actually been to in a while, so I need to just go and see if I can find them. And they were 109 Rand for each of them. So I hope that I don't need to have read Pride and Prejudice, because I don't know if this is like, if these books follow each other or if they stand alones or not, but it says the back, in Jane Austen's timeless classic, Sense and Sensibility, two sisters, Eleanor and Marianne Dashwood, navigate the challenges of love, money, and societal expectations. With contrasting personalities, they seek happiness and true love in a world defined by propriety and passion. A tale of wit, romance, and enduring sisterhood. This sounds good. Okay. So we've got Sense and Sensibility. And then for a white book, I've decided to go with a thriller that, this cover, guys, this cover, stunning, okay? Absolutely stunning. And this one is called The Vipers by Katie Hayes. And it is a thriller, mystery element, kind of like whodunit, but in a situation where the crime was committed like years prior, and yeah, kind of like secluded situation, family dynamics. I'm looking forward to all of it, and yeah, I can't wait. Katie Hayes also wrote The Cloisters, which I have somewhere on my shelves, but I haven't read yet. And in the front it says, there's nothing deadlier than a family with everything to lose. So yes, I'm looking forward to it. I'm glad I have like some kind of thriller within my house, because I did say to you guys, it's just fantasy on fantasy on fantasy, and one sci-fi. Okay, Jane Austen at least is kind of like breaking it a little bit with a bit of classical romance. So looking forward to it. For the last prompt to pick a book by a female Black author, I'm actually going to go with our May-June book club read, which is going to be Chimamanda's new book, which is called Dream Count, which I'll put up here. I don't own a physical copy of that one, so it will be a book that I read off of my Kindle, which I must actually put my Kindle on that bouquet, otherwise I will forget. Because normally I just have the book that I'm currently reading, which right now it has Lightbringer on it, but I must just find Dream Count on my Kindle and then save it there so that I can constantly be reminded, and let that be my Kindle read for the month. But yeah, here's my final stack of TBR. It is a heavy stack. I've got 11 books here, but the goal was to pick 10 books for me to choose from. Lightbringer, I'm kind of not counting because I'm basically done with it, but this is what I have in store, obviously, plus Dream Count, and I can't wait to read all these books. Let me know down below which books you are most excited for me to talk about in a future wrap-up and future reading vlog. I can't wait to share my thoughts and reading experience with you guys. If you enjoyed this video and gotten this far, please leave me like a magic emoji or sword emoji for all those fantasy books that I'm reading. Anything that screams fantasy to you, drop an emoji down below and I'll know that you guys have made it all the way to the end. So yeah, if you enjoyed this video, remember to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and I'll be seeing you guys in my next video. Bye bye.